Hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday. There are two pretty important things that we wanted to bring you up to speed on today. One having to do with the PPP program, or the Paycheck Protection Program. For those who received PPP loans, forgivable loans, there has been some discussion and there's some concern because as you went through the application process and as you go through the forgiveness process and everything else, there is this indication that you have to attest. In fact, it's there. You have to attest that current economic uncertainty makes this loan request necessary to support the ongoing operations of the applicant. And then they've released a few more indications that if you really can't do that, then you have to return the money. And so that is giving many of our doctors, or some of our doctors, just a little bit of uncertainty, turning in the stomach, and things like this. Let me help you. It's not going to be an issue, and let me tell you why. The IRS, the Department of Treasury, and the SBA released a couple of days ago a clarification FAQ on this specific issue. And because they knew that there was this uncertainty among a lot of people. And so the question centers again, could have I gotten the funds? Did I have enough liquidity to be able to manage through this process? And really, none of that matters. In essence, what they are saying, what the SBA is saying, what the Treasury Department is saying is for the loans less than $2 million, which I believe is going to be pretty much all of our doctors here in the state, for loans less than $2 million, that they're going to provide a safe harbor in that instance. They're going to indicate, basically, they're going to believe or state that it's pretty much automatic. That what they actually say is they're considering all PPP loans of less than $2 million automatically meet the required certification, and because they want to focus their limited resources on the larger audits, and two is this: they're assuming that if all you needed was less than $2 million, then you didn't have truly access to the adequate liquidity in the current economic environment. And that's their statement. So basically, there's no way that you could have had access to the required liquidity under the current economic environment. Therefore, they're providing a safe harbor for everyone whose loan amounts are less than $2 million. And that's a blanket statement. So you can eliminate that concern. You don't have to worry about it. You can sleep at night and continue to utilize those PPP funds and take the forgiveness at the end of the 8-week period. Which is important. Now, the other thing I wanted to touch on is something actually that applies to pretty much all of you. And if you have any employees at all that are coming into your practice or into the workplace, the state of Illinois requires actually that you have a COVID-19 poster posted. It's supposed to be posted at your entrance, and it's supposed to be posted in another conspicuous or other conspicuous places throughout the location. Most of that's going to be for larger manufacturing entities or institutions that may have multiple places that they can post things around their facility. But for ours, I would say at the entrance and then also someplace else in the office, that we satisfy the requirement. In essence, it gives information to your employees on things that you should be doing, where they can report problems related to COVID-19. It's much like the other required posters. But we have that in the article. It's in both the toolkit and in the news section dealing specifically with the required posting for your office. So it's available in a couple of different spots in the article. Just jump out there at ilchiro.org, click on the big COVID link, and download the resource, and you should be good to go. But those are the two big updates for today. Both I think are important. One gives you some peace and comfort, knowing that you have a safe harbor or you're not going to be audited, and they've given you that blanket assurance, and the other being the required poster, and it's easily downloadable, and you can get it up today. Have a great day and have a great weekend. Please have a good weekend. Know that we're still thinking about you and praying for you all on a regular basis, and just have a great weekend and get some rest and relaxation and come back in fired up to help your patients as you come back into the office. For those coming over the weekend, of course, but for those who only work during the week, come back in fired up to help your patients on Monday. Take care.